We want women to participate actively in the forthcoming general election. For the first time, we have been given affirmative action special seats, special quotas, and we want to take them up in a new way to show that women can also be leaders. So I believe we can lobby the relevant parliamentary committee and ensure that that figure is brought down. Because I remember when the discussions were on, people are saying there should be a difference between an MP and a woman who will be taking care of a whole county. But that is not even a valid argument, because we want to see more women take leadership. So I think we have an opportunity. I know you have many questions. We have the opportunity. We have the other challenge of the 1/3 gender rule. And I think all these can be addressed during this time before we go into elections. So,
what is our strategy for ensuring a free and fair election? A peaceful election. I don't talk about fairness. I think that would be the boundaries, independent and electoral boundaries commission. So ours is to ensure that we have a peaceful environment so that we all can participate very well in the elections. One of our strategies is under the Uganda Platform for Peace. This is an initiative which is an initiative of NCIC, the NSC, which is the National Steering Committee on Peace Building and Conflict Management, the UNDP, and the PeaceNet, which is an organization of civil society.
But another thing that I would just like to ask, and I would certainly ask this of the police as well, if they were represented, is can we make it easy for women who are experiencing any form of harassment or abuse to make a complaint that will then be followed up? There's a role for the Commission here. I was delighted to hear from the Commissioner that the NCIC also sees itself as having a role here, and there's a role for the police here.
The question is, can we really have peace when promises have not been met? The promises of the past, looking at the previous elections, what were the promises there? And I believe one of the critical issues is that of youth unemployment. How has it been dealt with? And how is it affecting the vulnerability of youth, especially to manipulation towards the militias that we're talking about?
I know we women, we are part of the conflict also. We can't say men are the only people who deal with conflict issue or violence, because women are also divided into ethnic groupings. We know that. What happened is that in those areas where we know it is hotspots, when men are planning, the women keep on cooking and also preparing tea for these men. If we had an extra ear to hear what action they are going to take, I think that can be part of women initiative in keeping peace. Thank you.
As a government, I think we have now started county peace forums everywhere, where the county commissioners and also the local leadership, including the local members of parliament in those counties, where they are coming out and trying to bring peace in those forums.
You, the women, say, kwani hawa media hawajui wanawake wengine, ni hawa tu, ni Martha na Charity na Ongoro, but you're not presenting yourself. So number one, you need to have a media strategy. Number two, you need to package yourself. You need to stop thinking that the media has a right to cover you. That Woye attitude, you need to just stop it. The Woye were 2 days covering us.
The deliberations during the last 3 days have suggested to come up with various roadmaps and action plans to encourage women to aim for political positions leading up to the 1/3 representation, and ways also important that were from young women to mitigate violence against women in the run-up, during and after the elections.
I want to thank the women of Kenya. I want to thank the people of Kenya for hosting this event and for keeping the hope and the cause alive. We're with you. We'll continue to work with you. It's not going to be easy, but we're on the right side of time and of history. And this is your occasion. There's nothing to apologize for. You have the right to what the Constitution provided. It took 20 years. People died in the process of coming up with this progressive Constitution. It is extremely important that you rise to the occasion and claim what is rightfully yours. And we will try and work with you and support you in this respect.
And of course, we know now that we have to promulgate legislation that will progressively ensure that we have not more than 2/3 representation in public life, in public decision making, occupied by more than one gender. That is to say, the gender parity quotas that are established in the Constitution will go a long way in helping cure the historical marginalization of women in public life.